Hello, friends and traders. The news across the board is AI is coming to take your jobs, to take away your income sources, replacing humanity across the board, from software engineers to mathematicians to lab technicians to researchers of all kinds. Robots are going to create robots. One thing we know for sure, since the beginning of time, the trading is always going to be on. It is in your interest to look at what the trillion-dollar companies are after, and they are telling you they're coming, they're coming, they're coming. So be ready, and if we are the one to help you, we are here to get you started on your journey. World is shifting, and we will be all escaping this earth into higher dimensions eventually, hopefully politely and peacefully. Having this skill is not only a passion, it is now becoming a necessity for survival, for humanity. That's the way we see it. And that is the reason we are here. The doors are open. And today we are going to demonstrate that you can build this projected profitable skill. Why we say projected? We are not reactive traders, we are prescriptive traders. That may be the right word. We are not deterministic traders, we are probabilistic traders. But there are billions of probabilities between 0 and 1 boundary conditions. We are coming down to 3 possibilities, 2 possibilities a day with a predictive methodology which helps us pre-plan our moves. That extra edge bounded with the profit risk reward. These are coming from people and their efforts right there. Long trades, short trades. Okay, so why are we here today? Well, let's bring you to the Vortex Prime Fixed. All right. Now, as we are building these things, and I bring these ideas to life, the coders are coding it, our research team is researching it, right? Bringing it all together into a usable thing. It's not for fashion, it's for compassion, and it means we need to know what we are after and how all this energy grids, intergalactic elliptical grids, horizontal grids, if you're looking at the projections of a geocentric, the right ascensions and the declinations and the wobbles of the moon and the planets as they control the boundaries of vibrations of the constellation boundaries. All these things you can predict every move, every pivot, big cycles, small cycles. Bigger moves traded with tactical moves, you can have a very profound control mechanism, give you the edge and the bias. Remember, 369 Forecast is a model company. You are responsible for making the trades, follow the SEC rules, FINRA rules of managing your own money, or you use brokers and professionals to pull the trades. If you're trading on your own, these models are not going to tell you when to buy and sell. These models will display the projected vibration levels, and you have to make that decision. It's very critical to understand that, so we stay on friendly terms as long as, because we want to help as many people we can, but you have to be ready at a certain level of consciousness to understand all this and be on a journey. If you're brand new to all this, it will take 1 year to understand the basics, right? If you're in the journey of Tesla and GAN for 10 years, you are in the right spot. All right, so this is very important to understand what to expect from any of these models which are shown here, because what this is showing you, you'll take it literally, right? What this is showing you, if you don't understand these frequencies, the phenomena, and the vortexes and the GANs, we will try to put this slowly into your ecosystem. Start with small things, right? Small things. What's going on, right? Everything has a very profound meaning, and it has been simplified as much as possible. But now you have to use how to use it. Now, today is the first example where I'm going to show you how to bind these things together. So prime vortex. So we have two views here, which is like, 12 hour and 24 hours, right? Which is showing which number is active at a given moment in time. 9 o'clock, 4 was very heavy duty active. So next we are going to say, hey, let's zoom in and add more layers on 24 hour, right? Or 12 hours. That's all there is, right? All right, so this actually is a New York clock real time. At 9 o'clock, if you go back in time, 447 was hot for that in this window of cyclic nature of numbers. So what are we saying here? Let me add, we don't want to add too many grids, we just add 4. All right, so this day, which is today, 9 o'clock, 4471 was a hot sequencing number. What does that mean? Well, let's apply and see. Now let's take our vision and focus on this ES 10-minute chart. On this chart, we have power bands level 1, level 1 oscillator, and we have vortex levels, level 3. Now, even though we have these levels in level 3, we end up giving 4 tools from level 3 down to level 1. We want you to succeed if you want to be in this space. If you have failure after failure, you will get dejected. Everybody is trying to put you down here. Look at the news all around you, right? So what do we have to do? As brothers in humanity, we need to place the trust in cosmic frequencies. All right, because we are one with the universe. We all are one with the universe. Now, on this day, I'm going to make this relationship slowly, and I'm taking a lot of time talking through this very slowly, because this is how we will bind the tools and the ganites. The vibrations of circular motions with the flat surface on 2D. Bind the spherical notations of time into price projections. All right, let's keep it simple. So for today, we have done this hundreds of times together. What do we do? First thing is look at the numbers for that day. The day is 8 and 5. Added together is 14. Why it is, sorry, it's 13, which is 8 plus 5 is 13, which is 4. So 13 is 4. 13 is 4. I'm looking at 4. So now what do I do with 4? Now look at this day. At 9 o'clock, 4471 is active. So I know the 4 and 7 and 1 will be hot for this hour. 10 o'clock, 447. So this one looks like, I'm trading this time. 8 o'clock, 7147. So this 7147 seems to be 8, 9, 10 o'clock, a hot frequency of vibration. Okay, so keep this in mind. Now let's go to the GAN and the forecasting of free energy. What is this one? We're gonna go to GANs, right? And here, sorry, under information, magical squares. We always say 1 jump 3 is 4, jump 3 is 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9. Jump of 3, jump of 3. 2, jump 3 is 5, jump 3. So now we are saying 147. Look at right here, right in front of you. 147 is hot for this day. Precision matching has taken place. And this precision matching has taken place because of the vortex. Alright. Vortex is a doubling circuit. 147, 8, right? Alright. I should have asked the coders to put on the diagram there, but it's okay. Alright, so we have some diagram here. Vortex math exploration. So 147, a family of numbers. 147, they are coming from right here. Okay, 147. 369 is the core magnetic field. This is dismantling, this is mantling. Okay, so this is where it's coming from. The hexagon 1, 2, 4, 8, 6, 7, and it is also spirals. Okay, I'm not showing you the spirals here. We discussed. This is the flow of energy. Let me just take you to vortex math. So all 369, even the genetics is 369, my friends. Okay, so I wanted to show you the diagram. This is the guy who came with this 15 years back, Rodin. He spent some time. All sciences converge here. Also, Randy, you can start looking at Randy videos, this videos, right? All right. So here is the math. And this is nothing new. They did not invent it. It's all about discovering things. Observation, experimentation, and isolation of and clustering of the events, and then coming with the biased laws for it. 1 double 2 1 4. So 1 double, this is doubling circuit, and if you do half, the same thing. 1 double of 1 is 2, 2 double is 4, 4 double is 8, 8 double is 16, which is 1 plus 6 is 7, 7 double is 14, which is 5, 5 double is 10, which is 1. Infinite loop. So there's no way you can jump from this in to connect to 369 circle. It's not even a circle. This is an infinite loop which is being controlled by this magnetic field, Maxwell laws. If this is electricity, this is magnetism. If this is creation, this is dismantling. This is mantellation, this is dismantellation. This is construction, this is deconstruction. Destruction. Deconstruct to construct. Giving and taking. Yin and yang. So there is a way what can connect. So how do we jump from this 1 4 8 7 7 5 to 369? Everything is 369. Well, think through this. What can connect these two frames, which are, this is a controller, this is a creator and created. Okay, that's all the giver and the taker, right? Give and take, yin and yang. Now, how does this work, right? Now the family of numbers. 1, 4, and 7. It's a triangle. 1 4 7 is a triangle. 2 5 8 is a triangle. 3 6 9 is a triangle. That's why they come in triplets. And that is what we are showing in the previous 147358. Sorry, 147258369. Now you see how things are interconnected and how they are really working, and how does this impact the market. Everything is impacted by the market. Now the fundamental question we have to ask is, if they cannot connect, how does this 1-4 doubling or halving things connect with 9 or 369? And there lies the mathematical magic, and there lies God created the earth in 6 days, and the 7th day he rested. 7th day he finished his creation. 7th day he is becoming the pi, infinite watcher. Okay, finite watcher. We'll discuss this some other day. Now if I look at this 7, if I divide all the numbers by 7, what do I see? 9 and 1. It is the virtue of the 7 heavens or 7 planets, because 7 heavens means there are 7 planets in Vedic astrology. There were only known 7 planets in ancient time. Lucky number 7. Number 7 is used by so many things. We use 7 to predict the entire events of history in the past and the future through the vortex of pi. That is different subject taught in level 3. But main takeaway from this, it is the 7th vortex element which makes the jump to 9 and connection up to 1. Only way you can jump from this infinite sequence to the 369 is through 7. Wow. Okay, now what is that to do with trading? Alright, let's get started on that one. Go back to the informational. Go back to magical squares. Go to vortex math 147258. Right? This is the combination we're talking about. Triangles 3, 3, and 3. Jump of 3, 3, 3. 3 by 3 is 9. So today is 4 at 9, 8, 9, and 10 o'clock. 4 also means 147. Now I've been talking about this for a long time. Now we expressed it after 2 years. It'll be 3 years, end of this year. After 2.5 years, we are expressing this very clearly. We expressed these numbers before. Now you know what is going on behind the scenes in these models. So this day, what is this day? 8 and 5 is 13 is 4. 4 is 147. Now I told you how it is 147. It's a triangular phenomena. And these are the triplets 147, 258, 369. So what I'm expecting for this day on the vortex. Now here's the indicator right here. Vortex. See that? This is where the vortex is now injected into the ES market. And we are flattening that frequencies into the price model at 3 a.m. Why it is saying 3 a.m.? Because we're using 10-minute chart at 3 a.m. bar. We are using that to generate the vortex frequencies. We don't express all this on the internet in detail, but we do in the private coaching. All right. Now you know. Now you know the success is inevitable. Comes with a lot of hard work, a lot of understanding, and spending months one-on-one. All right, my friends, these lifetime tools are not going to change. They're going to heal, adapt, adjust with volatility of 3 a.m. itself. We know what's going to happen. Now, this is where we're not going to be reactive, but we are prescriptive. All right. Let's not distract you from the bands, right? Let's load this. These power bands right here. This is what you're looking at. In fact, you should start from here, forcing your mind not to even look at this. This is what we trade. That's it. Now, to conclude this business, this affair of chit chat, right here, my friends and traders, 147, 7, 147, 4. So what are we looking at? If market has proven itself, it is directed to 7. We're looking at 1, 7. See that? 7, 4. Now, yeah, we will say, what is this? Remember, you need to understand a lot more. 7 is consumed. I'm going to 4. Left of 7 is 4. Okay, the 4 is here also. That's fine. It reacted a little bit. 4. Now this is where we use oscillators and bands, right? Just to see, hey, which 4 is going to hold. Then 7, and then 4, and then 4, right? So you can see 4, 4 jump, 4 jump, 7 reflection, 1 and 4 jump. All right, at 10 o'clock, remember, going back to the prime, so what you need to look at is, once you see these numbers and you have these tools, look at these numbers. I think we are just opening up to 5, right? Okay, I don't think it needs a little bit of work, right, from your side. So if you're trading this 24-hour clock, or you're trading this 12-hour clock, right, 12. So what we have to see, now this is hourly situation and this is minute situation. 47141, right? This is pretty obviously everything is binding this day to this only. But if you look at the whole number sequence, this is more of 4 biased. This is spreading of 4 and 1 to be strong, and the 7. Okay, so 2 4s, 2 7s, 1 1. 4s. So we have 2 4s, 2 4s, so 4 is twice. So 4 is twice on this grid at this time. It's 9 o'clock. So that is how, I'm not going to go too much in detail. Allow if we go to this guy at 9 o'clock. Double 4, double 1. Now this is the digitized prime number across the vortex. All right, okay, so my point is, we know that at this point high probability of 4 hitting and 7 hitting. Now what we have to do, where is the time? 9 o'clock starts here. I'm looking at 4. It hit the 4 very aggressively. 20 points, 13 points, 15 points, right? To the tick. Going back to 10. A lot of 7s here and 2 4s. At 10, 7s and 4s. Let's see. At 10, is there a 7 here? No. At 10 o'clock, there's only 4, and there's a 4 and the 4. In the 10 to 11 window, there's a lot of 4s only. So what I'm looking at, trading at 4. 4. Now you'll have difficulty. The big selling bar came, 4 came. This is 50% of the bar. This is again going back to the bar. Level 1 banking bar, 50 of 4. 4 is 4, right? 4, 4, only 4s only. We're trading 4s. So you got this 4 at 9. Come down at 4. And then again 4, flipping on both sides. Now you will say, hey, I need some help. Okay, no worries. Let's go get some help, right? Let's get the power bands. There it is. So what do we say in the power bands? This is the center point. Trade the extremes. So best trade came when you're trading in the extreme, white, close to white line and the bands. Now this is Vortex. We have to square the chart. Chart is squared 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, whatever, right? By day, by hour. So stick with something. Because the Vortex mathematics is going to use the square number. It will steal the numbers from here and adjust it. If you don't do this, it may be off a little bit. May not make much difference, but what is the best trade for this day? Last video we said, I'm going to show you again quickly, but maybe next video is getting long. Alright, so trade in the extremes. Only option at the extreme is, we know frequency 1 is 4 is there, 4 is active, and 10 to 11, 4 is active. Between the bands, 4 is there, right? Right here. So if you took this, took a loss, right? Stay at this, 4. Boom. Now he said, oh, I need some help. Okay, no worries. Let's get to this one. When we are here, right? The rule says when they're both going down at the same time. Now this is 10-minute chart. It's right here. Now the other now normally they're just talking about frequency. We haven't spoken about pies and then levels and the 3M other levels we have. One of them is astro levels, right? I'm just giving you one simple story, how it is all interconnected and how we drive this. Alright, my friends. Now will I trade here or will I trade here? This is 4, this is 4, right? Market is going up, it's telling you, hey, at this point 147 is there, this is there, that is there, right? All things are there. So what do we do? So at this time 9 o'clock, 7 is there, 711 is there, and 44 is there. They're all active, right? Where are we? I don't want to be in the middle. I don't want to trade anything in the middle. I want to be at the frequency. I'm at the frequency of 7 and 1 and 4. They're all clustered here. This one goes up. Now this is the center band. If you're trading new, it can go either direction. Now this is telling us which direction it is going. This is telling you from the center balance point it is going down from the frequency. Start trading some 3-4 MNQs, not MES, not ES to start with. Get used to it. Same thing happened here. So stop loss is going to be very tight. Okay, remember that. If you take this, it hit you, take a stop loss, it's okay. Can we make it better? We can always make it better because I can put astro here. There we go. Astro hit right there. See that, to the tick. So you start small, start strong, and let's make the line fat as possible. There it is. Now what is going on is right here. Now this condition is perfect condition. Astro has been reached. This is telling us, now this is a combination of Vortex and Astro and at the edges of the band. That's the power of Astro. If you need more, sure, we can add pi also, right? But you'll get confused. So what we have to do is watch. That's why we take 90 days for each program levels to reshape your mind, body, and spirit. And that's all there is, my friends. Okay, so there is some number here. There is a number here. You can't see, it is 4 only. It's overriding it. I think, let me see, I may be wrong. Let me disable this right here. 4 of Astro and 4 of Vortex. Alright, my friends, I think you got the idea how the website artifacts can be used in your research. Now you may have your own models. You can check those out and see if that adds all right. I think that should be it for us. Now, if you want to do something with this, 30 minutes, 1 hour, swing chart, biases, sure, you can put this on. Look at the videos we have. Put it on SPY. If you really want to do it fast and furious, let's put it on SPY, and let's put it on intraday, and let's put it on some days, let's say 7. And let's make it a bigger 60-minute chart. Okay, now these bars may be not good. Now we have this power band. So let's try power bands of 369 level 1. So in the next video we will talk about this measurement targets. Where is it going? Normally it is trapped. Let's make it a little bit even more. Alright, so we talked about it. Extreme bands here, highs, lows. Market is going to keep fluctuating between extreme bands most of the time. You get some reversals, and you can add some oscillator, one of our oscillators, right? Now here, when the wicks goes up, it blows. Normally it is contained. You can see the market is going to be contained in this bands only. And the direction of the trade, the biases, you can do all this, how they are going, right? Boom. Okay, so swings, bigger swings come from the extremes. This extreme going down to the lower extreme, lower extreme. Let me just mark it so I understand. This is extreme, right? This is also an extreme, extreme to extreme. Now this is extreme to extreme. We have a failure. This is also an extreme to extreme. Market is trending heavily. So what do we do? So when we have this kind of a trending situation and market is moving higher and higher and higher, the bands of 45 degrees is going to be a challenge, where it will not go down below. This is where you will take some help from the oscillator. Otherwise you are hoping it will be doing like this all easily, right? It does eventually. Here it doesn't. It goes halfway because the trend is too strong. So what we can do, we can take help. The help is always on the way, right? And the right way is, maybe we can try contract tracker this time. Alright, so what is happening in the contract tracker? Right here, when it comes down to 0 line, buy. Comes down to 0 line, we just buy. Comes down to 0, you buy. See that? Boom. So let's look at today. Did we have a buy today or no? Right? Okay, so at this point we got to 0, we had some buy. When it goes to the top extreme, see this red? When it goes to red, it's a short. Right here is a short. Here is a short. Bottom is a buy. And these are Bollinger Bands, but the levels are the one we're tracking the contract, right? And it goes down to 0. Now here's the thing, it goes down to 0 and it fails. I'm still telling you to buy. Eventually you made it. It's telling you to sell. So these probabilities are there for us to look at this. We can also look at one of the things we like to do is maybe do SPX. Then we can also get rid of all the bands, I would say, on the non-time bars. So we can just say, hey, 930, 0930 to 1600, for example, to see if something smooth shows up. This is saying buy, this is saying buy, right? Look at this buys. If you're one side trader, you just keep on buying options. Buy, buy, buy. Somewhere here, buy. Here you buy here, and then if you're not able to sell it, here the sell didn't come on this, right? Alright, the buy came, just a one side buyer. All you do is just buy, nothing else. You never short. Right? So there are hedge funds who can just tell you they do buys only. Right? Anything is possible. You can do the same thing with the stocks. Same thing with this. You can say buy, right? There's a buy. This is going to be a buy, right? Well, there's nothing there. There's a gap on weekends, unfortunately. So on the top, this is a sell, this is a sell, this is a sell area, right? So this is some help is there. So you can build on it. Don't bank, as I said, you can build on it, but don't bank on it. You should be focusing on frequencies and the right approach to trading. And these are like the helper tools. Let's do QQQ, because we made a video on QQQ earlier. Screeching sell, screeching buy. Alright, so earlier they are just trapping, buy, sell, right? Here's a sell. Now this Qs, you can track this to do NQs. So did you short NQ today at this time? 11:30. Let's look at 11:30. Don't know. Okay, this could be, what time is this actually? 10:30. I hope the time is correct. Okay, no worries. But you got the idea, right? So other options you can always go after is balance imbalance we talked about. 369 level 1, balance imbalance. Value at price is also there. Let's go, we can go with this guy. It's telling us to buy, sell, buy. We want, as we talked, we want them to just go, two of them going, blowing away from the blue on the top and the bottom. This one failed. This one worked. I need real blowout, extreme, like here. Like here, panic moves, out of balance. This is where the money is made, out of balance, right? When things are in balance, out of balance, right? Boom. All right, my friends, I think I hope it made sense. We already covered this many times, but we can just cover it again. You can shift this. Input is also there. If you want to slow it down, the power band, so you can make it 52 with the speed of light, pyramid angle, something relationship wise, which is also 7. You got that, right? If you want to do it 10 minutes, Give me 10 minutes. This is a 10-minute behavior of Q for today. 10 o'clock down, 11:30 up. Okay. 10 down, 11:30 up. That Q, and most of the time there's also games for intermarket divergence. We're not playing this game right now, not here. You need to be fast. Thank you so much.